Hello, my name is Debbie Jacobs, and tonight I wanted to talk about changing our thoughts. You know, now that I'm a positive thinker, I've made a lot of changes to my thoughts, to my thinking patterns, to my the way that I ruminate and all this stuff. Like I've cleaned up my mind, in more ways than one, and now I've achieved inner peace, and my thoughts serve me, and I've removed clutter, I've gotten rid of the past, all this stuff. But I wanted to talk about my experience, particularly in creating problems, because that's what negative thinkers do. They create problems. They look for the flaw, what's wrong, and that gives them their advantage, and then they act on it, and that kind of behavior, I needed to eliminate as I was going through my mastery of mind process. And, what I would do is if I saw a problem, if I came up with something, because that's the way that my mind thought, I would recognize that it was creating a problem. And where in the past, I had all these problems, you know what I mean? And I was creating all my own problems because I was unconscious. And, the thought would come to me and I would act on it. And I would say, oh, yeah, you know what? I didn't like that you did that the other day, some memory or whatever would come up. And I would act on it. I would react on it, and then get in a fight or make a comment that wasn't appreciated, or, something that didn't serve me and didn't, help me to accomplish happiness. By creating problems, we're not creating happiness, we're creating unhappiness. And I started to realize that this was just my own perception, my own thinking, my own negative thinking. And what I started doing was A, looking to ignore it, and B, if it came up, and I said, and it's negative, I said, you know what, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to acknowledge it. Let somebody else, if they want to say it, acknowledge it. But I'm not going to contribute to negativity to the situation that I'm currently a part of. And I didn't say it. There's a lot of things that I choose not to say. I choose not to say anything negative, anything critical, anything that puts somebody down, make fun of somebody's appearance, or, if I think their sneakers are ugly, I'm not going to say anything to them. I'm not going to add negativity, to whatever environment I'm in. And I really made that a practice. And guess what? A lot of times things come to mind. And I say, okay, they're in my mind. That doesn't mean that I have to say it, and I don't say it. I want to keep things positive in my experience wherever I go with whoever I'm with, and if something comes up, even if they do something to me, I pick my battles very wisely. And let me tell you something, they are few and far between, because for the most part, I let it go. It doesn't matter. It's not worth me getting upset about. It's not worth getting in a fight over. It's not worth, feeling bad about myself. I let it go, it doesn't matter. What matters is staying positive, because that maintains my happiness, and it all stems from our thoughts. Now, you're talking to someone who went from bipolar, depression, and anxiety to positive thoughts and peace of mind. Someone whose brain was their worst enemy. The negative thoughts that I would have, were just like insufferable, And now my thoughts are all positive, and my mind is my best friend. And my thoughts know, because I've trained them, that I want a favorable outcome. I want positive thoughts. Do not give me thoughts of insecurity. Do not give me thoughts of self-doubt. Do not give me thoughts of jealousy. Do not give me thoughts of fear. No, not in this brain. Because I keep my thoughts positive, open, brave, being courageous, being patient. I don't want to be impatient. I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be disrespected. Guess what? I used to think that people disrespected me all the time. But now I don't think that people disrespect me at all. That's like a thing of the 90s. Do people still disrespect each other? It's out of my consciousness, and it doesn't happen. And you know what? I'm fine because I'm creating positive experiences, which for someone that was living with depression, bipolar, and anxiety for a very long time, that's an accomplishment. That's pretty amazing, actually. And you know what? I fully believe that if I can do it, it can be done, and other people can do it. And what did I accomplish? I accomplished positive thoughts and healthy self-esteem, because positive healthy self-esteem can only exist in positive thoughts. And you know what happens when you don't put yourself down in any way, and you don't make yourself feel bad, and you don't judge yourself, and you don't insult yourself? You know what happens? Your self-esteem grows. You feel good about yourself. Your confidence grows. It's amazing. It's an option for all of us, and I really want to share this with other people, because when we accomplish healthy self-esteem and positive thoughts, which we can accomplish, then we don't have low self-esteem and negative thoughts. And low self-esteem and negative thoughts, and also coping skills that don't serve us, behaviors that don't serve us, actions that don't serve us, being argumentative, being negative, being sarcastic, being obnoxious,